Good morning, viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel of Astrologer Anil Aggarwala. Now, today we'll be talking about, there have been four earthquakes in Delhi ever since Saturn has gone in stationary mode before going into retrogression. Ever since Saturn has gone into retrogression from the 7th May 2020, there have been four earthquakes in Delhi and around the world. As per the past, when Saturn was in Capricorn, in 1960, and with Jupiter when it went in retrogression in April 1960, there were earthquakes of magnitude and a lot of people lost their lives. I have already written articles and I will be mentioning the links in the video. Articles and also the video for the same. Enigmatic Lunation Chart of 22nd May is proneness to earthquakes. The time frame is between 24 to 26. I have used the Koorma Chakra. The Koorma Chakra indicates the direction by the Rahu Nakshatra because next eclipse is taking place in Mrigshira Nakshatra. So Mrigshira is in the central region of India and is is indicated that the earthquake may be in the areas where the central zone is depicting, and that is Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnal, Punjab, Mathura, North and West Delhi. I mentioned all the places there. So, special, what is happening is I'm not writing negative, but the caution to people. And if we use astrology, then we can be better placed than what we are today. If we knew and believed astrology and used the same for preventions when it was predicted in September 2019, as per astrology, there will be virus from China. We could have saved uh, lot of lives of people taking precautions. It is high time we become spiritual and use astrology as a ladder to reach spiritualism. Especially note the happenings between 24 to 26. It may be earthquakes, it may be anything for that purpose. But you see what has happened in the past, we are just trying to equate the same because Saturn behaves in a similar way. So especially note the happenings between 24 to 26 May 2020. It will be a matter of research and prove that tools used in mundane astrology work repeatedly. The happenings may not be connected to with earthquake. It could be thunderstorms, hailstorms, natural, unnatural calamities, stocks and financial markets influence adversely, religious fundamentalism, terrorism, and you can read the article Saturn, Jupiter going in retrogression. The other is Roman god Saturn going in retrogression for 141 days. I've written two articles. As per the past, we have discussed in our above articles the possibility of earthquake and intensity between 24th and 26th May. Please note this parameter as per the following parameters used to derive the results since we have already had four earthquakes in Delhi after 7th of May. The earthquakes may take place in India, not only in India, but countries with Taurus ascendant because the lunation is taking place in the sign Taurus, which is the Lagna of India and the fifth house at the time of lunation. And the fifth house is educational institutions and entertainment industry. And you see, their business has come to a standstill, and they want the lockdown to open. And what will be the result for this? And the other countries which could be influenced are UK, Ireland, Switzerland, Holland, Iran, south of Russia, Greece, Netherlands, and the illumination, if it is taking place in the 10th house of any country, and that to Taurus sign, it is taking place in the 10th house of US. Have a look at the chart. I cannot show you the chart here, but you can see in my what do you call article, which I'll be mentioning below. The day is Friday, and the Lord is Venus, strongly placed in the fifth house in retrogression, but aspected by Mars. If wherever the lunation is taking place, if it has a malefic influence, then it is not good. And then in the fifth house, as I mentioned, is entertainment industry, and then the educational institutions. No, their business has come to a standstill, and they are requesting the governments to break the lockdown. and Mars is aspecting it from the second house. It is not good. And the Lagna rising is Capricorn, which is the fifth house of the in India, and the lunation is taking place in the Lagna of the foundation chart. So the country will be adversely influenced. The general condition of the country will not be good, and especially because Jupiter and Saturn are in the Lagna, and Jupiter is retrograde. Jupiter is getting afflicted because of two reasons. One is retrogression, the other is debilitation. So the country will face financial hazards, financial troubles. The day is Friday and the Lord is Venus is strongly placed in the fifth house but aspected by Mars from the second house, it indicating strife and struggles, opening the educational and entertainment industry by breaking the lockdown and easing the situations due to business standstill. The situation may continue for fortnight ending 5th June. Since Saturn and Jupiter are placed in the Lagna retrogression, there will be review of the above situation 3 times. The financial condition of the in general may not be good for the country, says that Jupiter is afflicted, as I just talked about it. The Lagna is the ninth house of the foundation chart, and there may be religious fundamentalism, violence, and earthquakes in the country, says the Saturn retrograde in Capricorn rising is not a benefic sign for Saturn, since all the nakshatras in Capricorn are inimical star lords. So, so friends, it is not a happy situation. Lord is placed the day Lord is placed in the Yama of Scorpio, and the Yama Lord Mars aspects the fourth planet in the fifth house, where Sun, the eighth Lord, is also placed. Hence, the lockdown may not be implemented. Hence, lockdown may have to be implemented for long. Karna is Kim Sughana, and the malefic one, Kar Siddhi, will not take place. Or decisions will be taken, they will not function properly. Supposing they break the lockdown, the social distancing will not be maintained, and you know it for yourself, then what will be the results? The yoga is Atiganda, a malefic one, and the Lord is Moon, who is ill placed from the sixth house, and the disease Karka Ketu, who is in Mula Nakshatra. From Moon, the sixth Lord is Venus, who is again ill placed from the sixth house, and Ketu. So the disease continue. We do not get any respite. In Navamsha, the sixth Lord Mercury is exalted, is good and well placed from Moon and Ketu. But sixth Lord from Moon, Venus is retrograde and ill placed from Moon, and the sixth Lord may not give respite, much respite in COVID 19. Navamsha, the Navamsha rising is of Saturn again Aquarius, and as per Rashi Tula Navamsh, the house of lunation 1/7 axis has got in Taurus and Scorpio there is Ketu and Rahu, so it is not good. Showing the place where the lunation is taking place in Navamsha, it is afflicted. In the Rashi chart, it is being aspected by Mars. It is not good. So the entertainment and educational institution will not get any respite. Even if the respite is given, there may have to be lockdown put again. Malefic parameters in the immediate scenario for the fortnight starting from 22nd May to 5th June are the most important parameter is Rahu and Ketu are adverse motion from the 24th to 31st of May. So at a stretch for about 7 days, whenever Rahu at a stretch is in adverse motion for 7 days, it brings, adverse results, maybe whatever it is, and it is placed in the sixth house. It is placed in the sixth house, and the sixth lord is aspected. Sixth lord Mercury is aspected by Mars from the second house, and Mars aspects the eighth house as well. Moon and Mercury conjunction and having aspect of Mars. This is also bad for the stock and financial markets, along with combinations for earthquake. Earthquake combination whenever Moon and Mercury they are in the same nakshatra or nakshatra exchange or the same Rashi, then it is time for proneness to earthquakes. And especially when Rahu is also adverse. And then we will be talking more about it. Moon and Mercury, Venus, Rahu, in the 4 planets in the nakshatra of Mars, and Mars in the nakshatra of Rahu, there is an exchange. So it is terrible. Mars in the nakshatra of Rahu and Rahu in the nakshatra of Mars exchange. This exchange takes place from the 15th of May till 4th of June. All planets are in the grip of the nodes, and nodes are adverse from till 16th May. First of all, the day when I'm talking about the earthquake and the enigmatic lunation chart, and then from the 24th to 21st, 31st. In the lunation chart of the of 22nd May, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury afflicted by Mars and Jupiter by Saturn also. First of all, Jupiter is retrograde, debilitated and afflicted by Saturn retrograde. Capricorn sign rising in the Lagna, which is allocated to India by Brahmira in lunation chart of the 22nd May, indicates enigmatic fortnight since having two retrograde planets in the Lagna. As per the lunation chart, chart is taking place in the fifth house in the Taurus sign and the Lagna of the foundation chart, as we have discussed, and Mars afflicting it from the 10th house. As per the lunation afflicted by Mars from the second house in the lunation chart. All this shows enigmatic period for the countries represented by Taurus sign, and being the fifth in the lunation chart, the educational system and entertainment system may suffer the most. Mars in the 10th house, when we are talking about the foundation chart of India, Mars in the 10th house and Rahu in the 6th house and Nakshatra exchange as per foundation chart may give negative results for the spread of coronavirus if we break the lockdowns. There are combinations of earthquakes, strong winds, thunderstorms, hailstorms in the following areas. As we talked, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Mathura, MP, Chhattisgarh, Punjab, places between Himalaya and Vindhya. Originally, it was north and west Delhi also. Now, in the Rashi Sanghata Chakra, I will show you. I don't know you will be able to see it or not, but there is a Vedha, you can see in the article. As per Rashi Sanghata Chakra, all the planets are getting Vedha by Mars and Rahu, and there is exchange of Rahu and Mars. What? Whether the earthquake takes place or not, that is not the point. The point is that whatever astrology principles are saying, I am predicting on that. Whether it happens or not, that is on the Almighty. That is on the planetary positions. I am only trying to judge and what will be the outcome of the planetary positions. So the Rahu gives Veda to Saturn and Jupiter in the Lagna from the 6th house. So 6th house, Veda from 6th house is clearly the country will reel because of coronavirus. Mars gives Veda to Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury in the 5th house from the 2nd house. Rahu is most malefic star since in forward motion. Hence, Rahu is connected to all the planets. Hence, most prone period will be 24 to 26 because the nakshatra of Moon, Mars, Sun, Mercury, Venus will be Vrikshira, and Rahu is also in Vrikshira, and Mars in Satvishya. So what happens? There is exchange. So they are all the planets are connected. As far as the nakshatra part is concerned. Earthquake of higher intensity, other dates may be prone, but not of higher intensity. The proneness is on the days the nakshatra change, when the nakshatra, moon nakshatra change, that is very important. And that is taking place on the, late night on the 24th. Again, all the nakshatras, all the principles are applied by the book of mundane astrology by Vani Publications, and editor is Ken Rao. All the above predictions are based on astrology principles and not my personal opinion. Please note, whether the earthquake takes place or not, it is only a proneness. It may happen. It can happen. It can happen. It may not happen. So the point is, the idea of predicting is that we have to make use of astrology. If we make use of astrology and we become cautious, so most of our troubles will be solved. So 24th and 26th are prone. We can't do anything about it. We have to see what happens, what is in store for us. But what I can see from the planetary positions, the nature is bent upon creating troubles. 4 earthquakes in 1 month, maybe it is of lower intensity. Who knows? The earthquake between 24 to 26th, maybe of only lower intensity, maybe 5 or 6 intensity, but it will definitely happen because the planetary positions are like that. There is no gauge to see whether the earthquake would be of a higher 7 or 8. But the planetary positions, since there is exchange of Mars and Rahu, and all the planets are getting Vedha, they 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 indicate that it will be of a higher intensity. Let's hope what happens. Let's pray for the best, and let's see what happens. In fact, my prediction should go wrong. I wish my prediction goes wrong because it is a negative thing what is going to happen. So I wish my prediction go wrong and we all are safe. With all best wishes, friends, I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.